Welcome people, welcome back to another video. So in another video I want to talk about Mark Golding and the PNP proposing for the Maroons and people in the diaspora to get a seat in the Senate, right? And what me have to say about that, that's a load of horse crap, pretty much. It's a load of horse crap. It's just them pondering for votes and them just a try to get the vote them so they can go in a power and raid the piggy bank and cast FinSac 2.0, right? So when we talk about the Maroon them first, people, we have to look upon our history and understand the Maroon them. You see, the Maroon them were a run behind Richard Curry. Them are the sellout Maroon them, brother. Them are the sellout Maroon. Remember no, when Paul Bogo was rebelling and Paul Bogo run to the Maroon them for help, you understand, for hide him, the Maroon them turn Paul Bogo back over to the British and the British them hang Paul Bogo. You understand? The Maroon them is not, they're not for Jamaica. They're not. You understand? Them calling themselves a separate entity or a sovereign entity within Jamaica is harsh load of crap. There is a Jamaican constitution that was created in 1962 that was agreed on by England and at the time Norman Manley and Bustamante. And in that constitution, it states that there's just one sovereign state, which is Jamaica. Tell me, people, if you have a maroon passport out there, can I go and get a maroon passport? Tell Richard Curry, say if you show me a maroon passport. Tell me. Tell Richard Curry if you show me a maroon passport. Can Richard Curry go to the airport and jump on a plane and go to England? These talks that Richard Curry is making and the PNP that are making, that the Maroons are a separate entity within Jamaica, is dangerous and it's destabilizing to Jamaica. Me as a die-hearted Jamaican and a patriot for Jamaica, me seeing them thing and make me upset and angry, because you gonna have a separate state in a Jamaica? And me hear Richard Curry say that him answer to the King of England, and if him get the seat in a parliament and Jamaica become a republic, then that will give them a say or whatever. The Maroon them are regular Jamaican. First of all, they're not a separate entity. They don't deserve a seat in parliament. You understand? Whatever constituency the Maroon them fall in, that is their representative. You understand? They have representation already in a parliament, in the Senate. They don't need a separate seat. And the Jamaican Constitution say that there is a fixed number of seats within the Senate, right? There is a set seat for the opposition and a set of seat for the ruling government, the government party. And my understanding is, if they want to change it, they have to change the constitution. You understand? And that is not something that me think is gonna be an easy process for the PNP them to do, to change the constitution of Jamaica. It's not. So when them say, them all get extra seat and this and that, it's just them pondering for votes, people. You understand? It's pondering for votes. When me have look pan, and when me reflect on Jamaica, the JLP is the more patriotic party for Jamaica than the PNP. The PNP is always the party that go against what is best for Jamaica. They always find a way of saying, this not good or this not bad, and then them always enact policies that hurt Jamaica. It coming like say the PNP never want Jamaica to be an independent country in the first place. And you say, yo, what am I talking about? You understand? If you look at the history of how Jamaica gained its independence, there was a thing called the West Indian Federation, right? You had Bustamante that said, hey, Jamaica should be on its own. And Jamaica, we don't want to take no talk for no other little island. Bustamante was Bustamante mindset. The PNP mindset under Norman Manley was for Jamaica to be a part of the Caribbean Federation and all will be one country. And it coming like say once the PNP lose the referendum there in 1961, it coming like say something chipping at their head and them just go against the Jamaican state. Cause everything bad, in my opinion, happened under the PNP. Look at FinSac. They had 18 years, 18 years. I have a video come out about FinSac. I do a little documentary about FinSac. Because I want to know if you understand what the PNP did under FinSac. You had Jamaican owned banks that went under during FinSac, and the reason why them banks that go under is because of reckless government policies under Dr. Omar Davis supervision at the time. Wanna look out for that video there, people. But it's crazy to me what they're proposing about this parliament, the Senate seat for Maroons. You know, Sir P out there, he did a video in depth on the Maroon them. And I want to know if I go watch that video there now. I want to know if I go watch that video there. Because Sir P did a very good breakdown of it on his channel, Politics Watch. You need to go see that video there and understand certain things, people. Because him highlight the whole thing him highlight. He highlight the whole treaty that the British and the Maroon them have. And let me tell you something, people. The only reason why that treaty that came about between the British and the Maroon, right? You have the Maroon them up in the mountain them, right? And the Maroon them might get hell to the British, because the British man them no want to go up in the mountain. You understand? And them the British man them used to wear them red coat. So anytime the British man them go up in the mountain, the Maroon them can see them and kill them. You know, easy pickings for them. Cause them come up in a bush in a bright red color. You understand? So the British say, I'm a problem, I can't get rid of it because have that guerrilla warfare type of thing, and we can't get rid of it. So what we are gonna do? We all get a treaty, and that treaty say, hey, you can live in peace up in the mountain, and we slave them down here. So and guess what? Anytime the slave them run away, you return them back to me. That was the treaty that they are talking about now, that they are saying is still in effect. That treaty was null and void in 1962. It's null and void. You understand? So when Richard Curry and the Maroon them said they not have to talk to the Jamaican government, them only answer to King Charles. Tell me, where your passport there? When the British them wanna do independence, did they put any carve out in the constitution for the Maroon? In their eyes, the Maroon them are Jamaican, them black. They don't care. In their eyes, them say, yo, the whole of are Jamaican, so see your independence, you go along. It's a dangerous rhetoric that the man them put out there, brother. It's dangerous. It is destabilizing to the Jamaican identity. It is destabilizing people. This is not Jamaican. And as KD Knight said, it's alien behavior. This is alien behavior that Mark Golding is trying to nationalize in Jamaica. The maroon them is regular Jamaicans. They're not different. Yeah, you can keep your culture from Africa. Yeah, you can do your thing. You understand? But you're Jamaican. If you look at America, for example, America don't have no Senate seat for just Native Americans. You understand? They have them set amount of seat in the Senate, and people vote for them seat there. So when you tell me, say, you carve out a special seat for maroons and diaspora people, it doesn't make sense. It's unfair to regular Jamaicans. It's unfair. It come like so them PNP people sit down and think about the policies that they're proposing to the Jamaican people because they think that the Jamaican people are idiots. It come like so they sit down and think about Jamaica. They don't think about Jamaica's future. And it's infuriating to see them make such an awful proposal. So let me talk about the diaspora seat now. Them I said them all get a person in the Senate to represent somebody from the diaspora. So yeah, tell me say a man can live up in Winnipeg, London, Norway, or New York, and represent Jamaican people from in America or one of them places where Jamaicans are in the diaspora. You tell me that? Listen, Jamaicans, right, outside shouldn't have anything to say about the passing laws in Jamaica. You understand? They shouldn't have, because they don't live at Jamaica. You understand? They don't live at Jamaica, and the laws that them are go propose and them are go fight for are not gonna affect them. You understand? If they make a bad law go through and the whole society turn upside down, them jump on the next plane and gone. Nothing affect them. They don't care. So, in my opinion, that is a bad choice. What I don't think is a reasonable choice if the PNP had proposed this. And may I tell you why they didn't propose it? Why they never said that Jamaicans in the diaspora could vote in elections? Why they never propose that? So you can go to your consulate and you can go vote. Why? Why they not propose that? The reason why is because the PNP win their votes by misinformation, by misguiding the Jamaican people. And people outside in the diaspora will have access to information. Because most people in the diaspora are going to support what the JLP is doing currently. So they couldn't match up. But still, I think that's something we shouldn't think about right now. Right now, if you think about stabilizing the economy, grow the economy, as Andrew Holness said, he wants Jamaica to become like Singapore, right? Jamaica income per capita is what, $8,000 and Andrew Holness said he want that to be $64. You know what you can do with $64 as an average Jamaican? And when him say income per capita, it means that every Jamaican on average earns $64 a year. You know what Jamaicans can do with that? They can build up their house, them can do whatever. That the money they are Jamaica and do good for the country. So when somebody come to me and propose that for Jamaica, me on board with that. Me not on board with foolishness, brother. Me not on board with foolishness. It's crazy that the PNP in the first place come and propose them two ideas in the manifesto. And Andrew Holness himself said, him said there's no two states in Jamaica or two entities in Jamaica or governing entities. There's none. That is rhetoric for a civil war in Jamaica and rhetoric for destabilizing Jamaica. We don't want destabilization in our country. We need to develop our country. We need to get to first world status. That's what we need to get to. And with them gimmick tactics that the PNP are propose, them not go win an election with that. Me not see how common sense people can vote for this. I don't see it, people. Anyway, me will end the video right so because to me it's infuriating. When me hear them talk about them thing, yeah, it's annoying because it's going against the interests of Jamaica. So in the end, me go play the TVJ clip, yeah, where Andrew Holness talk about there's no two state in Jamaica and etc. So now watch that.
To other news, the government of Jamaica has sent its clearest message yet on how it intends to treat with the Akongpong Maroons under their new leader, Colonel Richard Curry. Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed the matter Sunday. More in this report from Codian Barrett.
The status of the Akongpong Maroon village in St. Elizabeth has become the subject of intense debate, especially since Colonel Richard Curry was elected leader of the group some 11 months ago. So, is the community sovereign or not? The matter was put to Prime Minister Andrew Holness at a media briefing Sunday.
Jamaica is a unitary, sovereign state. There is no other sovereign authority in Jamaica other than the government of Jamaica. I want that to be absolutely clear. None. And under my leadership, not 1 inch of Jamaica will come under any other sovereign authority.
Professor of Political and Social Psychology in the Department of Government at the University of the West Indies, Christopher Charles, added his voice to the standoff between the Maroons and the government. Professor Charles says even if the Maroons were to be recognized as a sovereign state, it could do more harm than good. He has also rubbished the claim that Akongpong is a state within Jamaica.
So yes, and indigenous, but I think Jamaica and the government have respected them and so on, and we have largely left them be by themselves. But the Jamaican law supersedes any treaty that they had with the British. It's a collective delusion.
The Jamaican government also issued a directive to all ministries, departments, and agencies prohibiting the allocation of funds to any area that has declared itself sovereign. Prime Minister Holness says he will not take taxpayers' money and grant a fund to another so-called government. He cited the potential for violent conflict in such a situation.
This is the stuff of how guerrilla wars come and states break down. Wake up, Jamaica. Don't court foolishness and problems. Wake up. People have died as a result. And you expect me to stand there as Prime Minister and fund activities that could lead to the breakdown of our state?
Alright, people. So that's the end of the video. And if you like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. And like the video as well. What I want to say at the end of this video is we're at a crossroad in our history right now as Jamaicans. We see what 9 years of Andrew Holness have done for the country. 9 years of JLP leading the country. And I have to say Jamaica is better off now than it was under the PNP government. So we know which party is for Jamaica, which party is for patriotic Jamaicans. So may I tell you no, make no vote count on September 3rd. Make no vote count. We have to make sure that Andrew Holness get a third term. We have to load up the third term. We have to load up the third term, people. Because this is madness that the PNP are proposed right now. Madness. On a different level. You know, I'm going to end the video, yeah, so. Alright. May catch you on our next video, people.